Alina Habba comes out with this new information, making these interesting spin on Merrick Garland that I hadn't heard before. I think she's kind of hinting at a new investigation and maybe new evidence and a new front on Garland. Well, welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy Patriots are. We're longtime fans of Alina Habba and Trump's entire legal team. But here she is with a little peek clip from her at Turning Point USA, TPUSA, which I'm not a big fan of the organization, but they do some good work. And this was a woman's thing they did, so that she's all dressed in pink. So listen to this.
We are the fiercest warriors, and with courage and determination, we can overcome anything. Be a savage.
Be a savage. That's a message to women that it's not a lack of femininity to be savage. And I agree with that. I've seen you back a woman, mama bear, up against the wall. And I mean mama bear even being protective of her children or her country. And she's right. Women, you can be savage. Also, meek and mild is another trait.
No, she's fallen on her Fani since the very beginning. Her arrogance, her demeanor has been incredibly telling. It's very much the typical coordinated, as we know, as you mentioned earlier in your show, with the Biden administration move.
Now, this is an interesting connection she makes, that Fani Willis, who is arrogant and fell on her Fani, but her arrogance comes from the confidence of being the tip of the spear on this coordinated effort. So, her dismissal of everyone and the way she conducts herself in court is probably because she knows that she's backed by Biden and Merrick Garland and the U.S. government corruptly and secretly.
Even more news that's just coming in as we're going. This is the documents case. Judge Cannon down in Florida is now considering whether Jack Smith's appointment to the special counsel was even legal at all, because he was a civilian. There was no Senate confirmation.
That's right.
Merrick Garland just created a position.
So now we're going to move over to Merrick Garland, creating this position for Jack Smith. They did not run Jack Smith through the normal appointment and approval process. Merrick Garland just ran him in there. This is going to start I've said this for a long time. Merrick Garland is the bagman. It's like all of them lead to him, and you kind of go, wow, he's kind of doe-eyed and he seems gentle and stuff. No, he is the guy who probably orchestrated it and brought the plan to Biden. Biden okayed it. But the actual bagman is the Department of Justice and is Merrick Garland. All the arrows point to him. He's the axle in the wheel. All the spokes point to him.
I think one of the things he's just got to do is got to go in there and absolutely clean house. But
yes,
at some level, these are all state prosecutors, and Merrick Garland yesterday was like, oh, that's an independent office. And Matt Gaetz was like, I know it's an independent office, but I want to know if you spoke with him. And he wouldn't answer the question.
I know, I saw that.
Yeah, he could have answered the question. We did a video on that already, that Merrick Garland would not answer Matt Gaetz. Look for that. He has fire on him. It's called, I think we called it Pants on Fire was the thumbnail. Look for that one. But yeah, Merrick Garland would not answer if he's been in communication with Fani Willis, Alvin Bragg, Letitia James. He could have just made a clear no. He did not say a clear no.
So this is their specialty. They try and say, oh, well, I believe what Merrick Garland said was, hey, Matt, why don't you put a request into the DOJ and we'll decide what we're going to do about that. Yeah, okay. It's a very simple question. Have you spoken to them? Have you spoken to them? The answer is yes.
Yeah, she knows his answer should have been yes. But why didn't he say no? Why didn't he deny it? She's going to give the information here on why he gave that convoluted answer, because he could have lied and just said no. Then he'd be in trouble.
The answer is 100%
You have the White House logs.
If it was no, then shut us down, us conspiracy theorists, us crazy MAGA Republicans that don't do anything but hate this guy. We love our country, and our country is based on transparency. It's based on the DOJ not being weaponized.
And the DOJ is weaponized by him, and he uses, this is weird. Government is so complicated. There's 1,000 ways to lie, obfuscate, look over there. And man, Merrick Garland knows all the ins and outs of every excuse.
And not having a dual judicial system. That is America. And the man wouldn't answer the question that would completely implicate him. And I have some news for you. If and when President Trump wins in November, we will get to the bottom of all of that.
Wouldn't answer the question because it would implicate him. See, if he said no, now he could face time in jail if he lied before them in this investigation. So he was not able to say no. If he didn't have conversations with Fani Willis, If he really didn't, in truth, he would have answered no. So if he doesn't answer no, the answer is yes, he did it. Alina Habba is saying they're going after him when Trump wins. And I agree with that. He does. You hear us throw around the words, oh, they got to go to jail. They got to go to jail. Some of these top tier people, they're a level of conspiracy and corruption. I mean, Juan Merchan, and I would definitely put Merrick Garland in this category. They do need to go to jail for what they did. They need to be investigated, removed, and absolutely prosecuted, thrown in jail. And I'm all for it. If that's Trump revenge, or if that's so Trump's going to be a dictator for life, whatever. No, that's simple justice. Do the investigation, kick the bum out, you unappoint him, appoint another attorney general, and run the entire legal system in your favor. Get that case out of DC so you don't have to deal with a jury of his peers. You don't want a bunch of Democrats in DC. That's why they're all the Democrats in DC. They want Hunter Biden's gun case to go over there, and they do, because they have a sympathetic judge, sympathetic jury. They all know the Bidens for his 100-year career. Here's the rest of Alina Habba in that TPUSA speech that she gave that we started with.
They only call me names because I'm effective.
Ding dong right. She's effective. Those of us who are effective, you get some heat. I get some hatred down in the comments. That's fine. I can take it. It's because I'm effective. To those of you who have paid compliments and given us a thumbs up, so many of you have donated and you've subscribed. You're my favorite people in the world. I'm Doug in Exile.
100%.